What's up, Leafs Nation? Welcome back to another game preview. I'm Zack Phillips, and today we're going to be taking a look at game number 38 of the Toronto Maple Leafs regular season as they take on the New York Islanders here tonight. We'll keep this one short and sweet. Quick breakdown of the lines, the power play, and our best bet for tonight, and it's all brought to you by Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account, Bet365 today, and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, NATION. That's code NATION, NATION. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right, head on over to Daily Faceoff here, and we'll take a look at tonight's lines for what we've got. News coming out ahead of time here that Pontus Holmberg and Oliver Ekman-Larsson will not play tonight due to illness. Obviously, we saw Ekman-Larsson did not skate yesterday with illness. Now finding out Pontus Holmberg also will not go, so we're going to get a little bit of a line shift. The other thing to note here today that did happen, obviously there was no morning take this morning, so the boys couldn't have discussed that one, but Austin Matthews placed on IR retroactive to December 20th, which means he could just play at any given time here because of how IR works. But yes, that was another thing that went on here this morning, placed on IR back to December 20th. So those are kind of your roster cleanup, housekeeping notes that have gone on with the Maple Leafs over the course of the day here today, dating back to last night. And our lineups here tonight, courtesy of Daily Faceoff, what we're looking at here, and David Alter. First line, Max Pacioretty, John Tavares, Mitch Marner. Makes sense to keep these guys together here, honestly. They've been playing pretty well together. Tavares and Pacioretty have developed some chemistry. I think that... I think that that's kind of the ideal position to have these guys in. The second line, this is where we get some changes. Nyes, Kampf, and Nylander. I thought about this one, did not like it at first, but obviously the reasoning behind it and where we're going to kind of get this build up is that... you're keeping the third line together. Bobby McMann, Max Domi, and Nick Robertson. You don't want to change that. Your fourth line, who are you going to put up from there? Lorentz, Dewar, and Reeves. David Kampf is the ideal option, I guess, of all the guys remaining to go on to that second line. And when you're not trying to mess with the chemistry of the third line and trying to keep together what you've got there, then yeah, otherwise that's going to be the best solution that you've got for this roster. So there you go. That's what you have right now for... your lines tonight: Pacioretty, Tavares, Marner, first line; Nyes, Kampf, and Nylander as your second line; McMann, Domi, Robertson, third line, which has been an unbelievable line over the last little while since Domi and McMann returned from their injuries; and our fourth line of Lorentz, Dewar, and Reeves. And I will say here, if you're ever going to kind of make a physical statement in a game, maybe tonight would be the night for Reeves, given that you got some guys out. You're playing a 1 o'clock game. You're going to have a little bit of rest until your next one. Maybe this is a night where Reeves can really step up and elevate his physical play. We'll see what happens there. Defensively, pairings currently listed: Jake McCabe and Chris Tanev as your first pair. Unbelievable defensively there, obviously. Morgan Riley and Philippe Myers. Ekman-Larsson being out really makes things feel a little bit less comfortable, I'm not going to lie. Riley and Myers as your second pair, and then Benoit and Timmins as your third. I think Benoit and Timmins are okay. Neither of them has been playing that great lately. Maybe the Timmins coming out of the lineup will be a little bit of a kick in the pants to say, hey, buddy, time to get things back to where you were at the beginning, because he started the season like he was shot out of a cannon. He was unbelievable to start. Everyone thinking, wow, this is who this guy really is, and then tapered off a little bit. Benoit has not been that great as of recent either, but maybe this is an opportunity for these guys. Ekman-Larsson out. Step up. Show us what you've got. Power play line for tonight, currently on Daily Faceoff: Matthew Nyes, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, Morgan Riley, and William Nylander are there as well. Second unit: McMann, Domi, Pacioretty, Timmins, and Nylander. So with Ekman-Larsson out, it's Timmins who slots in onto that second unit, and Nylander still remaining out there for the full 2 minutes. Those are your lines. What we're going to get for goaltending here tonight from either side. Currently, we have Sorokin and Wall, both unconfirmed per Daily Faceoff, but I think that would make sense. That's who we're going to get here tonight for these guys. I don't see why it would be anything else. So Sorokin and Wall expected to go here tonight, expected by me, I think expected by most people to be your goaltending matchup for tonight's. This afternoon. I keep saying tonight. It's this afternoon. It's at 1 o'clock. It's this afternoon's game. Let's get to our best bet here tonight for what we've, again, with tonight. This evening for what we've got for this game. It's just out of habit. I say tonight every time. Our best bet segment is brought to you by Bet365, proud partner of the Leafs Nation pregame and the Leafs Nation After Dark. Open an account with Bet365 today and bet on a huge range of markets. Use code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N. That's code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N, all caps. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. All right, tonight's best bet. And if you've been following along with us over the last little while, we've now dropped 3 in a row. We lost a William Nylander anytime goal the other day against the Capitals. I thought that one looked good. He basically had a surefire goal that he was about to tuck in, and then he gets absolutely robbed. I think he turns it around here. I think that this is an opportunity for William Nylander to get on the board tonight. It's something I bet myself, but it's not the best bet for tonight. I'm going to look in a different direction. I'm going to look at a guy who's been struggling. I'm going to look at a guy who's still getting some opportunities, trying to get out of a lull. That would be Matthew Knies. Tonight, we're going to go with Matthew Knies, power play point, plus 625 over on Bet365. Plus 625 on Bet365 for Matthew Knies, power play point. Look, this guy, he needs to get his game going. He needs to get his head in the right space. He's been struggling as of late. He's not playing that physical. He's not playing that dirty, that gritty anymore. He's kind of lost himself a little bit in this period since returning from his injury. And I think that the best way for him to do so is by going back to his roots. Get your ass to the front of the net. Park in front there. Play a physical game. Win net front battles. Win along the wall. Get in hard on the forecheck. And if he's doing those things properly, if he's really making a contribution to this team within his offensive game, we'll also see that here on the power play. And if he goes to the front of the net, we'll see him creating problems for the goaltender, creating problems for the guys in front. We're going to go a quarter unit on this one, $25, profits you $156. I think we got a good opportunity to cash here tonight with this nice power play point. 3 straight losses. We are now in the negative on the season again, but we're just fluctuating. We're down 0.28 units at this point, down $28, a 13-28 record on the season, but we're only down $28 because we're gambling responsibly. We're managing our bankroll here, and we're staying within our means in terms of unit sizing. So down 0.28, quarter unit here tonight, another $25. Profits you $156 on the night for Matthew Knies. Power play point at plus 625. That is your best bet. Those are your lines for this evening's game against the New York Islanders. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. We're going to have a special edition of Leafs Nation After Dark that will be taking place, well, in the evening and from a little bit of a different location. You see me bouncing around here now from my setup to the hotel and then from somewhere else. Later on today, we'll have 2 special guests joining us. Make sure to subscribe here to the channel, Leafs Nation 401. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, whether it's Morning Take, Leafs Nation pre-games, or the Leafs Nation After Dark. It'll all be going down here on this channel. Thanks so much for everyone for watching. Drop your predictions below. Hit that like button. We will see you guys for another edition of Leafs Nation After Dark following the game against the Islanders. Until then, keep believing. For more content just like this, including game previews, post-game live shows, Leafs Morning Take Monday through Friday with Nick Alberga and Jay Rosehill with special guests, as well as instant reaction videos, make sure to be subscribed here to the Leafs Nation YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and drop a like.